Hi guys, it is C and today we are back playing Supermarket Simulator. And guys, I am so excited to be hopping back into this today, guys. As always, though, I do hope that you are having an amazing day or evening. If you are new to the channel, if you would consider hitting that subscribe button, and if you're enjoying the content, if you would like the video, I would truly appreciate it. Hopping into this, let's cover a couple of things and then we'll hop into some gameplay. I wanted to just start off by saying I was going kind of back and forth on what I wanted to do as far as this series, but I think the game plan is to just try to cover, if not all of the DLCs, most of them, and we'll just kind of see how far that takes us. But in doing that, we will just kind of go through the grind of starting a new store from scratch. And I love this part of the supermarket games. Like this is my jam. Just the grind, the early days, having the boxes here on the store floor because you don't have any storage set up. Just the early days, I really enjoy this part of, a game. And then also, I think we may potentially, so the vending machine, to get one of the DLCs, it's $500. So we may potentially take out a loan today. We'll just see how the the episode progresses. So that could be something that we do, so we can at least cover that. And then I forget what else, but that's okay. Let's go ahead before I forget. Let's deal with the pricing. So we have two that are decreasing. So 436, maybe let's go 450, and 518, 525. Perfect. And the milk, I mentioned it in the last one. This price it's 240. I tried 275. They were complaining. Only one person complained though. So then I put it at 260. Now my change is being weird. So I think I'm just going to go 250 and hope that there is a price increase on that so we can make a little bit more money on the milk. But let's go ahead and open. I did run one day off camera just so that we could start the episode with a little bit more money. It's not much, but we ended the last one with like $1 or something like that. So I was like, let's at least start with a bit more money in the bank, But while we're waiting for customers to start coming in, I mentioned it in the last episode, but I know what happens, and that's typical for any YouTube video. Like, you guys are here now, and then by the end of the video, majority have left. So I mentioned it though, that I'm aware of the wholesale markets and going around and purchasing things. So I'm not going to be doing that in my series. I just don't want to be bothered. Honestly, I mentioned it because one, the vehicles to me are just not big enough. Even when you get the pickup truck, it's just not large enough to carry. Like at this part of the game, I could potentially, I probably should, honestly. But once you get later into the game, you have way more products. It is just too much to deal with without mods, and I do not want to play with them. So that's just kind of my standpoint on that. So we're just not going to be dealing with going around. That doesn't need to be restocked. Going around with the wholesaler. Let's see. But definitely, guys, like if you don't mind going around and ordering things, one is helpful if you need something and the market's closed, because remember, the market does close at 9 p.m. and you have 2 events to the next day. So it's really, really useful if you need something, because you can go after 9, but also you can save a bit of money too. So something to keep in mind. But let's go ahead and get this thrown away. And also, once we unlock the online orders, that is something else we're not going to do. I mentioned that as well. I don't enjoy the online orders in this game, so we're just not going to do them, and that's okay. But let's go and see what we need. It looks like we need milk. Where is milk? There we go. Is there anything else that we're low on? No. I guess we could get the bottled water. Let's go ahead and get that. Purchase. Perfect. And then we also need to purchase another fridge or shelf. I know in the last one I said we were going to try to save up for the double fridge, but I think what I want to do maybe is, sorry, I had to pop you guys on a quick pause because I had a coughing fit. Okay, so this here, is this a shopping? Oh, this is a wholesale. We sell 1 box of milk. Do you want to buy? I do actually. I wish that would have popped up 2 seconds before, but that's okay. But that is something that pops up too, where you can get offers, where you can purchase cheaper and it just gets delivered to you right to your front door. But I forget what I was talking about. I'm not sure. I started coughing out of oh my goodness, please don't start again. Out of nowhere. And I completely lost my train of thought, and that's okay. Let's get this taken care of. $9.25. Perfect. Oh, purchasing the fridge or shelf, the objective. I need to look ahead to see what our next license is. I think that was what I was going to say. $2.75. Because there's no point in investing in the wide fridge if our next few products are going to be shelf products, you know. But we'll see. $5.25. Perfect. We have $400 though. So let's go management. We're not going to be able to get any of the bakery DLCs. We're at store level 6. Oh my goodness. I would really love to get in like the clothing or something new. But it's just, everything is 2,000. So that is not going to happen. Okay, so what can we get next? 400 and it's a shelf. We kind of already have enough space for it though. Okay, I think I am going to go ahead and get the fridge. I want to say you can. $23.75. I think you can sell your old furniture. I think you're able to do that in this game. Also, we're so close to having enough money for our vending machine. So, maybe that's something that we try to focus on too. What are the flour do I have? Yes. Yeah, let's try to get the vending machine first before anything else. So let's just ignore the objective on the screen, guys. Just pretend you don't see it. $5.50. Perfect. And for you, sir, milk and coffee. Perfect. Are you kidding me? We're so close. Also, I was mentioning, guys, like the NPCs look different, and it was confirmed that the NPCs did get a refresh, which I love. I love seeing new customers. I wasn't sure if I knew for sure like a few look different, but it seems like a lot of them are different now, which I'm so happy to see. But let's go ahead for $500. Let's buy our very first vending machine. Okay, where does it go? Oh, love it. And I think the way this works, you're not able to put this inside, but you can, the way it's supposed to work is for you to be able to, but the way it works is you're supposed to be able to like put it around the city and then you go around and collect your money. But I think what I want to do is just put it like right outside of our store for now. So we're not having to go too far. So we'll put it there. And then how do I know? Market products. and then category maybe vending machine. So right now the only thing I can put in there is bottled water. But let's go ahead and do that. Our very first, we'll just do a full row of that. Perfect. Our very first vending machine. Oh, that makes me happy. Okay. $29.75, and that's just passive income. Once we get it stocked up, you know, right now, since we don't have employees, we would have to go check to make sure they're, you know, it's ready and fully stocked. But I think once you do have employees, they will they'll make sure it stays stocked as well, which is nice. Once you have restockers, $42.50. And let's get all of this restocked, and then we will go to the next day. And speaking of vending machines, guys, and speaking of the DLCs, I just want to mention, so I talked about it, you guys, I'm also playing Megastore Simulator, if you, also Hypermarket, kinda, but the reason I say kind of, we're taking some long pauses in between episodes on that. But Megastore Simulator just came out with a free update that added vending machines. And a lot of people are... let's hit enter to finish the day. But a lot of people have a lot of opinions about the fact that Supermarket Sim decided to add in DLCs and make them be paid. The way I feel about it is this game is out. This is a game that is not in early access. The full version of this game has been out for a while now, and 523, so we'll go 550 maybe. But this game has been out. I do think that the DLC should have been cheaper, yes, but I don't think that this should have been a free update, and that's just my opinion on it. And then in saying that too, Megastore Simulator is a game that is in early access. So it would be weird for the dev at this point in early access to release any sort of paid DLC. So that's where I think people are forgetting, like, games in early access, like, yes, give us all the updates that you can. And then once that game is in the full version and it's released, usually the price goes up to reflect all of the content, because we're in early access, you're kind of essentially like play testing the game. There's going to be bugs, there's going to be issues, and all of your feedback goes to the dev, and then they implement it and make the game better before the full version comes out. And that's kind of why devs are doing early access now. A lot of games are kind of going in that direction. But either way, I just feel the need to kind of like be one of the only creators right now that's like in support of this game in the DLCs, because I've seen so many negative things. 57, there we go. And a lot of people like praising other games for giving us content that's in early access still. And I'm like, that's the point of early access. So I don't know, guys. Everyone has their own opinions, and that's what's fun about life, you know. It would be boring if we all thought the same and we all had the same opinions on everything, but that's kind of how I feel. I should have... Okay, let's do this. There we go. And then let's order some more stock. I will stop talking about that now, because I could probably spend a whole episode just voicing my opinion. But let's go ahead and get what we need. And we need a lot, but we have the money. So let's go ahead and purchase that. And then this water, I am going to fill this up, and then I'm going to take the rest to our vending machine. And speaking of, do we have anything we can collect? $2.75. We'll leave it in there. Not much. Here we go. I'm going to, I don't think, you guys will have to remind me in this game if it matters. Oh, okay, so they just start standing around, but I don't think they'll leave. And I don't think it prevents customers from coming in if the checkouts are full. But please let me know if I'm wrong about that, because I will try to... Yeah, that's right. I'll try to be more mindful of the checkouts if there's a consequence. But if not, we'll just let them hang out. That's okay. Why did I order 2 of these? I have no clue. I end up doing that a lot. And then that means there's something that I meant to order I probably didn't, but that's okay. So there is everything, and let's get through this line. Thank you so much for your patience, sir. One good thing about this game, the customers do not audibly complain to you. $1.75. They may have little text bubbles that pop up, you know, if something's too expensive or something, but they are not complaining. So they will wait in line, which is so nice. I love your top, ma'am. And let's get you all taken care of. $46.50, perfect. And for you, ma'am, no changes needed. Love it. Let's take care of this trash. And I love that you can see that the customers have their different heights. I think that's a really cool detail in the game. Here we go. $8.75, perfect. And what is right here? Milk. I have to keep putting you guys on pause because I keep coughing. You know, like when you swallow wrong and then you start coughing and then it just seems like it's never ending. And that's what's happening right now. But let's go ahead and order some things. There we go. Excuse me. Everything is just flying off the shelves, which is great. I'm glad because we're making money. We're not really making like a lot of it to where we can get any of the new like clothing or the other DLCs, but we are making money. Here we go. No change is needed. And how much was it for the next expansion, or not expansion, product license? 400, okay. I kind of want to try to get that in today, guys. And then maybe in the next one, we'll be at a point where we could potentially get in. Like, let me see. So we have the bakery. I feel like for the bakery, I would need to expand the store a bit. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear it really well, but the sound for the mop was still going. But yeah, I feel like I would need to expand the store maybe quite a bit before we get the bakery in, because you have the oven to consider. So you need the space for the oven and then the space for the items. So we may hold off on getting that right now, but we could get in some of the other items for sure. But let's restock these. Okay. And I think that is it for the night. So let's hit enter. And we are going to go to the next day before we... Yeah, so the bills were paid automatically. So again, guys, like you can go through and every single day make sure your bills are paid. Or you can kind of just let them automatically be paid. So that's kind of what we're doing. But we can raise this to $12, which is nice for the coffee. And let's go market. Is there anything that we are low on? Bottled water, oil, and that's it. I'm kind of like anything 5 or under I'm ordering. So that's kind of my rule of thumb right now. And then let's open. We'll restock the water here and then we'll bring the rest to our vending machine. And eventually, guys, we will have more items to put in here. We only have 275 still. Does it auto collect or is no one buying from our vending machine? That means only one person has bought a water. Okay, let me collect my money and then we'll see. Because if no one's buying our water, like there's no point. Maybe you're supposed to put it further away from your store. 25 cents. There we go. And for you, 37.25. Perfect. I do want to see. So if I box this up, I can sell it. Okay. Let's just ignore the objective still. We still don't see it on the screen. I was really just tempted now to potentially just buy something. I don't think you get full money back though. Just go ahead and buy a shelf so we can get rid of that. But we will just pretend it's not on the screen so we can save a little bit of money. So I don't know how much you get back. There we go. And I think in this game, you can accidentally throw away product. I don't want to test it, but that's something to be careful about. I know in some games, like Mega Store, the game doesn't allow you at all, which I really love. So if you accidentally throw something away, the game just doesn't let you. So you don't ever lose out on money like that. So that's great. And then let's go ahead, restock the sugar. Perfect. And then let's get through these customers. How you doing, sir? $30 is your total. And for you, $35.25. Perfect. How are you doing, ma'am? $44.50. Perfect. And for you, sir, $23.25. I think after this ladies, we will go ahead and get in the new license. $19.75. Perfect. Our favorite customer is in the store with her. Oh my goodness. Recording this video, guys, it is, oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I have to keep popping you guys on pause, which I know, like, for you guys, no time pauses, but whenever I'm listening to the videos, it's very obvious whenever I hit pause, because when I come back, of course, like, I was in the middle of saying something or whatever, and it just, like, cuts off. So I hate having to pop you guys on pause without letting you know, but also, like, if I'm coughing, I don't want to, like, cough into the mic and you guys hear that. So, yeah. But let's go ahead. Oh, no, let's not. I was about to order things. Let's go management and let's spend $400 to get in new items. Perfect. So we purchased a new license. And then with that, we now have peanut butter, flour, olive oil, spaghetti, rice, and salt. I think that's it. So let's go ahead. Oh, we don't have enough. Okay, let's get through this line and then we can. 50 cents. Perfect. How are you, sir? $7.75. And for you, and I do have like a mute option. Speaking of like having to pop you guys on pause, I have a mute option on my mic, as well as I have like a hotkey for my recording. But I think it's just easier to pop you guys on pause just in case I forget. And because that's something I would 100% do. Pop you guys. Debate. Yeah, I can go ahead. I'm debating on putting these down without pricing first, but we will just price as we place. So 691 will go 7. But yeah, I would 100% go and put you guys on mute, forget about it, and then half the video will be wasted. So 217, let's go 225. $568. Let's go $575. Checkouts are full. That's okay, sir. $662, maybe $675. We have just a couple more items, sir, and then I'll get through this line. Goodness, we are running low on everything though. 540, 550, that's fine. And flour, excuse me, sir. 678. Let's go 7. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we are. $8. Perfect. Oh my goodness, we are out of so many items. 34.50. Perfect. 9.75. 14.75. For you, ma'am, $20 is your total. How are you doing, sir? It's 53.24. I love how the more like you advance, the higher your store level is, the customers start buying even more products. You start seeing these totals go up a lot more. 25.50. Perfect. It's like a natural progression, which I really love. And no change is needed for you. How are you, sir? $12 is your total. And for you, sir, $5. Perfect. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead, get rid of these empty boxes. Let's restock what we have. And then we'll see what we need. And of course, we'll have to order it tomorrow, but that's a-okay. Perfect. I'll be right with you guys. Okay, so that's everything. Here we go. No changes needed. And for you, just some cheese. $2.50. Perfect. So what I'm going to do, come on, game. Let's hop on here and let's add to our cart what we need. And hopefully we are able to afford all. Did I get the cheese? I did not. Okay. Oh, goodness. I don't think we... Oh, we can afford everything. I can even add the milk. Okay. So let's hit enter. Well, we're going to have to pay bills probably. So we'll see, but start next day. And yeah, we had to pay bills. Let's go and... Oh my goodness, I can still hear the mop. Okay. Let's take off the milk, maybe. Let's take off the tea and the milk. We'll purchase this, and then we will add tea and milk back to the cart, and we'll try to get that as soon as we can. And let's get our market prices where they need to be. So 556, let's go 575, 320, let's go 350. We'll see if we can get away with that. And then 675. Perfect. So let us go ahead. We will open, try to quickly stock this stuff up. Before people start coming in. There we go. It does take them a bit to get going. It does take them a bit to get going in though, so that's nice. But let's get through this. And I don't think today will be the episode where we get in any of the other DLCs, but we got the vending machine in at least. Speaking of, I want to check to see if anyone has purchased any more of our water. So we'll see that as well. But I think it's going to be a bit before we can start getting in those new items. No. Okay. I'm still going to just fully restock that, and maybe customers will start purchasing from there. I hope so at least. Or maybe you have to have a good variety of things. You guys will have to let me know, especially if you are playing with the new DLCs, if you start seeing better profit on that. Because it's $500 to buy one, and we've made $275. So I don't think that's really worth it. But here we go. $4. Perfect. And for you, $4.50. Perfect. $1 back for you. But we'll get through this day, and then we'll kind of see how much money we have, and I'll kind of determine what we do in the next one. $19.50. Perfect. And I do need to order. I have 2 things in my cart. Again, I love that you just hit purchase and these items are just ready for you right outside. There's no waiting. I do love that. Here we go. Okay. Thank you guys for your patience. No changes needed. Love it. How are you doing, sir? $275 back for you. 50-50. Perfect. And for you, ma'am, 81.50. Perfect. Oop, 25 cents. And let's see if we need anything else. So we're looking at 5 or under. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we can afford these items though. And let's go ahead and restock what we can. Our store is getting dirty, but that's okay. And I would eventually, maybe once we buy another shelf or something, I want to just rearrange our items to where it makes a little bit more sense, like putting the flowers together, maybe having like a shelf for the pasta and the rice. Like, I don't know, just kind of grouping things a little bit better starting now rather than waiting until we're like 10 episodes in and then having to organize it. Just kind of organize it as we go. So I want to try to do that soon-ish. Here we go. 40-50. Perfect. And for you, ma'am, Your total is 75. There we go. How are you? No changes needed. Love it. For you, sir, 40.75. And I owe you 3.25. How are you, ma'am? 29.75. $4 is your change. And for you, sir, 12.50. This guy is tall. Here we go. Let's get this thrown away. We can clean up a little bit. I have to see if there is a way to get another trash can, or is this the only one outside? I don't remember. Maybe it is the only one. There we go. And let's get these customers taken care of. How are you doing, ma'am? Oh, way too much. Let's get our window cleaned. I remember when they added this cleaning update, and I was super excited about it just because at that point in the game, I pretty much had, I'm pretty sure I had like already unlocked everything, and I was just kind of like playing the game at that point. So it was super fun having things added like that. But now I'm kind of like, I don't really love cleaning so much. You can hire a cleaner. Let's actually take a look. I don't know when you can unlock those. Management hiring. So cashier is store level 10. Restocker is store level 15. Customer helpers that's with the self-checkouts, and once you get vegetables and such, there's a scale. So you can start hiring them at store level 5. Security guard, store level 15. A janitor, store level 5. So we could right now, there's no need to. And then the workers for the DLC, so the baker, you can hire them starting off, and then store level 5 for the ice cream helper. So that's nice to know. Where was the license for the ice cream? Is that something I can buy now, guys? Am I skipping over that? Ice cream. Okay, I see it here. So that's just another 2,000, but I think that's only like you buy it once and that's it. So that may be something that we try to aim for too. There's so many things I want to get in, guys. 27.25, perfect. 21. I'm just now noticing that they get to the register and then they put their head down. Like, well, of course he doesn't do it. Never mind. $1.25. There we go. But with that, guys, I do think this is a good wrapping up point for the video. I'm sorry I had to pop you guys on pause so many times. I don't know what it is. I just could not stop coughing in this one. So apologies for that. But guys, we have $739. I know with that, there is probably a lot that we're going to need to restock. So what I may do is, just like before bringing you guys in for this episode, I will, in the next one, I'll run a day off camera, then bring you guys in, and hopefully we'll be kind of at the same point or a bit better, but we'll see. But I do thank you guys so much for sticking around and playing this game with me. If you are new to the channel, if you would consider hitting that subscribe button, and if you're enjoying the content, guys, if you would like the video as well as leave me some comments. I do read each and every one of those, and I truly appreciate them so much. I am glad we were able to get in at least our vending machine. So one of the first items from the the DLCs, but hopefully in the next one we'll be able to explore even more, and I cannot wait. Bye guys.